All information contained in this podcast is general in nature and does not consider your individual circumstances. You should consider the appropriateness of this information with regards to your individual objectives, financial situation, and needs. Welcome to Sharing More Than the Sheets, a podcast to help you and your partner make better financial and lifestyle decisions so that you can both focus on the things that you love. I'm your host, Michael Khouri, financial planner, green thumb, husband, and just dad. I can come at this topic from many different angles, but I wanted to talk about the importance of growth and why growth is important. Tony Robbins said, if you're not growing, you're dying. And this, to me, is a very, very important line. And it's something that I'm constantly thinking about. Now, we can get into this quote from many different angles. There's relationships, there's health, there's spirituality, there's mental health, there's so many different sides of it. But as a financial advisor, I thought I'd probably stick to the part of, the facet, I guess, that I'm qualified to talk about. And that is the importance of constantly growing our financial position. Now, of course, I like to drop the disclaimer, which I like to drop many times, is that before money, there's many more important things in life. I can probably list 10 of them. But money is something. Money is an enabler, and money enables us to do things. And I want to talk about why it's important to always be growing. Now, with my clients, when we do annual reviews, something that I look for, something that they look for, is that they're growing financially. That this year, that they're in a better financial position than they were the previous year, and the year before that, and the year before that. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. Now, why do people grow? Why should we grow our wealth? Why can't we just stay flat, especially if we're content? I'll give you a couple of reasons. The first one, and I say this a lot, but it's really important to make hay while the sun shines. It's really important that while you're earning an income that allows you to do things with it, apart from just pay the bills, it's very important to use that income to put money away for a rainy day, to put money away for the future. Because there are things that may pop up in the future that may not enable you, or you may not want to do the same type of work and earn the same type of income. As an example, depending on the type of industry that you're in, but there are lots of different jobs that many people admit they can't do forever. So whether it's a blue collar job, so whether you're working in the mines, whether you have a trade and you're on the tools, everyone that's in those types of jobs will admit that they can't do it forever, that eventually their body is going to give. The other thing as well is, as we get older, we are diagnosed with things. Things pop up in our health. And as much as we would all love to work forever, there's a chance that our health may not permit us to work forever. So it's really important to just make sure that you're growing and that you're investing in your position is growing as much as possible now while you're earning a good income. The other part about it as well is, if you're growing and you're growing your wealth, it means that you are in a good financial position. And if you're not growing and if your financial position is very flat, there's a very big chance that it's actually going backwards and it's not staying flat. And I'm referring to someone that, for example, spends exactly what they earn, and they don't save, they don't invest, they don't have assets that are growing in value, and they think it's okay. And to a lot of people, that might make them feel comfortable. They might be comfortable, and because they're comfortable, they don't feel the need to save or invest or anything. But it's a very dangerous sign, because when someone's comfortable, it could lead to complacency. It could lead to being bored. It can lead to having low energy levels. It can lead to not having motivation. It could lead to so many different things. But really, there's a chance you're actually going backwards. And if you are spending what you're earning, that is also a very dangerous situation to be in. And I just say that because, again, as an advisor, I just know when I look at anyone's financial situation, including my own, we all go through ups and downs. And there are going to be periods where income is not as high as usual, or expenses are higher than usual, or sometimes even both. And you need to be prepared for that. So while you think it's probably okay that you're earning exactly, you're spending exactly what you're earning and things are going well, bills are being paid, the lights are still on, it's a very dangerous position to be in. Growing also means that you have the ability to set goals, and you also have the motivation to set goals. And what I mean by that is if you are constantly or regularly saving money, or you can see that your position is growing and that you've got more savings than you did 6 months ago, or you've got more investments than you had a year ago, or the investments that you do have are actually growing, it actually gives you the motivation and the confidence to set bigger goals, to work towards certain things. Maybe there's a big holiday you've always wanted to go on. Maybe maybe you want to upgrade the family home. Maybe there's a car that you really want. Maybe there's a business you want to start. Maybe there's a charity that you want to support. Maybe there's a charity you want to start. It just gives you the confidence to be able to set bigger goals, to do more things, because work is great. We all love work, but we also need a purpose. Now, to some people, their work is their purpose, and that's fine as well. But usually there are other purposes out there, not just work. Usually there are other things that somebody's super passionate about. It could be something as simple as coin collecting or gardening. It could be something like spending time with friends and family. Whatever it is, growing just means that you have the ability to work towards those things. Because again, if you're not growing, things are probably being, it's probably flat and you're probably not going anywhere financially. Growing and having wealth and having investments, etc., means that you actually have the ability as well to support others around you. So whether it's family, whether it's children, whether it's your partner, or whether it's those in need, you have the ability to help other people, not just you. Because as I said, money is an enabler. It enables you to do things. And that could be potentially helping other people around you. It could be supporting other people. It could be giving your children a leg up in life financially. It could be helping your partner pursue a dream that they have. Whatever it is, it just gives you the options to do that as well. So it's not just about buying things and, spending money on things for ourselves. It's about helping others as well. And having money and having growth. And when you're growing, it enables you to do that. So to me, when someone's growing and their financial position is growing and it enables them to do things, it brings me back to something that I talk about all the time, is it gives somebody choice. It gives them choice to follow a passion. It gives them choice to stop working. It gives them choice to work less hours. It gives them choice to work in a job that they want to work in. It just gives you choice. And you might be listening to this and you might be thinking, well, I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with my job. I'm happy with everything. To be honest, I don't actually want the choice to do anything else. There's a chance that's going to change. If you've got children, there's a chance you may have grandchildren. If you've got family around you, if you've got friends, if you've got people that you really want to spend time with, but you can't, there's a chance that need and that want to spend time with them is just going to grow over the years. If there's something that you would like to pursue, as I said, where it's something, whether it's a charitable cause, whether it's just a type of passion that you've always had, which you may not really care about now, there's a very big chance that you're going to care about it in the future. And when you're growing financially, when you're moving forward, it means that you've got the option to do these things in the future. And it should always come back to what you care about. It should always come back to what's important to you, not what's important to your partner or your parents or your children. Yes, that's all important because they are in our lives and we need to take all of that into account. But it's also very important to really focus on what you care about, what you want to work on, what are your passions, because that is what's going to give you joy and energy, and that's what's going to motivate you to want to continue to grow. Because as I said, if you're not growing, you're literally, you're not literally dying, but you know what you know the point I'm trying to get at here, that you're literally staying flat, or as I said, most likely going backwards. So for me, this is a topic that I am very passionate about. This is a topic that it's very easy for me to talk about it for two reasons, because half the time I speak to a client and I'm sitting in front of someone, I'm listening to their passion and the things that they love and the things that they care about. And secondly, half the time I'm talking to someone that doesn't have any of that. And I can see the different levels of motivation. And as we start to talk, but these things do start to develop in the person that may not may not have had any particular passion or goals, then starts to open up and says, you know what, actually, no, this is something I've always wanted to do, or this might be something I want to do in the future. The idea is just to have choice. The idea is to grow. And I want to thank the feedback that we've been getting on our episodes. Today's topic is actually an inspiration of a discussion that I had with a listener that listens to the show. And I want to encourage you to please pass this on to someone that may need to listen to it. Someone that you know that probably earns a good income or is doing okay, but doesn't seem to have the urge to want to grow. And sometimes it could be motivation. Sometimes it could be just not knowing where to start. And that's where it really helps to have an advisor or to have a coach or someone to provide that accountability. So I hope you've learned something from it. And if there's anything that you can take away from this, it's the quote that I started with, and that is, if you are not growing, you are dying. Thanks for joining us on Sharing More Than the Sheets. Please make sure you subscribe to be updated with future episode releases, and feel free to share this episode with any friends or family that you think it might benefit. Please visit us at sharingmorethanthesheets.com.au to submit questions or requests for future podcast topics. These podcasts have been brought to you by Better Financial Planning Australia. To book a 15-minute phone chat, visit betterfinancialplanning.com.au.